Yoimiya version, say no more. You have excellent taste. So typically the team is going to consist of course, Yoimiya, as you can expect, but of course it would also work with Durin, it works with PMC, it works with Shangling, it can work with Arlecchino if you hate yourself, it can work with the Luke. In fact, the Luke's actually pretty good with it. It can work with Klee, but now with that Klee is the witch buff, so why the fuck are you playing Klee there? Just play her in Overload, put the Overvape in the bag. It can work with Moika, but Moika. Typically, you're going to want to run a bit of a hybrid build for that Yoimiya, typically being either Crimson Witch with about 300, 400 EM after buffs, Crimson Witch at about 200 EM if you're leaning a little bit more into Yoi's personal damage, Mare Chaussee with higher EM just because it gives more stats. You can end up running Mare Chaussee on full just damage build and just let Llama's Burgeon buffing stacks carry your Burgeon damage. Now, as for the Hydro, there's really only two options. You either play Xingqiu or you play Yelan. You can play Yelan over Xingqiu, namely if you are playing an Emily variant where you want a little bit more burning, and so you can take advantage of Emily's personal damage a little bit more to hard carry your ass in some of the harder abysses. But most of the time, you're going to prefer Xingqiu since he is a lot better at making things wet. Like, look at the man, as his Hydro application is unparalleled. So nextly, that sort of fills the Hydro slot. You can play Ino, Farina, Kokomi, etc., but they're worse. Stop coping. As for the third slot, it's going to typically be your Dendro, and you've got a few options here. You can run Nahida on Proto Amber just for a little bit of healing, an EM buff, best Dendro application in the game. She's pretty good. She's the original option. Overall, very recommendable, especially if there's not any waves where you have to worry about refreshing her E. You can play Emily, who is overall, I'd want to say, the best option at medium to high investment, as she just does damage. That's it. She just carries the team. She just does damage, has good application. That's really all you need. That, and I mean, look at her. But and then the newest Dendro option that really can take the slot would be Lauma, who will be the highest personal damage on your Dendro damage itself due to her Burgeon buffing capabilities. She is going to have very good healing with C1, which is assumed. Everyone has Llama C1. If you don't, you're not real. And then, of course, as for the other Dendro characters, like you can run DMC, you can run Yao Yao if you hate yourself and you don't want to clear Abyss. You can run Kirara if you're pretending to play Virgin, but you're not really doing it. You've got options. And as for the fourth salon, it's actually a lot more varied than it used to be back in the ye old days of Yoi Virgin. You can still do the traditional stuff with like a Folium Kuki, damage build Fischl, just to have an Electro to trigger Overload and weaken the burning a little bit. Uh, Inetha can work in that slot too, but I don't have Inetha Zed. You can also run a cryo unit, be it like Seat Lolly, Escoffier, if you actually have her, but like, let's be real, who actually won the 50-50 on Escoffier? You can run Rosaria, you can run Charlotte if you fucking hate yourself. You can also run a Geo unit, be it Zhongli or Zhongli or Zhongli. You're not running a Geo unit other than Zhongli in this slot. Stop pretending. You can run a You can run just a second Hydro, be it running Yelan if you're already running Xingqiu, running Farina if you have enough healing, so like a healing bonus Proto Amber C1 Llama if you just got that dog in you. You can also run a second Dendro. That second Dendro always being Emily. She's literally the only option for a second Dendro, as Llama's extra res shred and Dendro res, as well as Emily's actual personal damage. It just overall, it just kind of works. She's overall the best option I can recommend in the fourth slot. Or if you want to be boring, you can just run Bennett. Yeah, I haven't actually written this out yet. This is like my first take updating the Yoimiya Burgeon copy pasta. I'm tired, man. I'm losing my touch.